Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Model Car Guy Rich here. Today I've got an unboxing of the Strangers Thing by Revell, part of the a Netflix promotion. This is Jim Hopper's 85 Chevy K5 Blazer, 125 scale, and it is kit number 14558. There's the back of it. This kit was released fairly recently. I don't see a date on it. There it is right there, 2024. Alrighty. Go ahead and get this one open. Set the camera down for you. We'll get right into it. I was very excited to get this kit. I have a lot of good memories of being in a old Blazer like that. Let's see. Some very thick plastic on here. There we go. My wife picked this one up for me a little while back. I'm just getting around to getting her open. There we go. Box over there for you. You can almost see it. Alright. Right off the bat we have the body and the tires, it looks like, in one package here. Cut them open. Wow. Nice. The plastic feels really good. This fits in here pretty good. It feels, oh, what's the word I'm looking for here? It's almost kind of rubbery, but I mean, not, you know, soft and pliable, but it has a feel of like rubber to it. Yeah, they must be changing the way they're making their blend. There's a lot of kits lately have felt different to me. Alright, well, it's all one piece, which is kind of nice, because putting these tops on, boy, that can be a real problem. But I do see some lines here where you could scribe it enough to where you cut it right off and make the look of not a convertible, but you know, like an open bodied. There we go. It's a nice detail here. No doors are opening, no tailgate opening. The hood will open if it's in there. There's the front end. Not a whole lot to write home about on the inside, but still a nice quality feel to it. This feels nice. It's, I don't know if it's yeah, it's a little bit warped. The body is twisted a little bit this way or this way. Either way, the front is down and the rear part is down in this direction, so it's twisted a little bit. So I have to keep that in mind when the time comes to put it together. Here we have 4 tires. Decent tread on them. I don't know if you can see that. Decent tread. No branding on them whatsoever. But kind of semi-hard. They're thick walled but hollow in the center. Alright. And here's the chrome. Looks like it was just jammed in there, so I'll just pull that one out. Here's the front bumper and the rear bumper back here. Some wheel covers. I'm not quite sure what that is. It might be, you know what, I don't know, guys. Part 127, let's look that up when we get in the instructions. I don't know if it's part of the dashboard or a cover for the rear. Not really sure on that one. And here's some hub that'll stick out for the 4-wheel drive, for your fronts and your rears. Door handles, some mirrors, side mirrors. These are the mirror inserts that go in here. And this looks like this is a rear view mirror. And I don't know what number 9 is either. So 127 and 9. We're going to write that down finally, so I don't forget, you guys. Give me just a second here. I've got a piece of paper right here. If I can find a blank sheet. There we go. I'm finally going to write it down, folks. 127 and 9. There we go. I keep it over here. As you know, I'll forget about it by the time we get into the instructions. What the heck? Alright. Turn my world all upside down over here now. And let's throw that over there. This is for the chrome. Here's a box here, or a bag here. This one here looks like it's got suspension pieces. Let's see here. Oh yeah, here we go. That's a little crooked too. I don't know if you can see that. It kind of dips along that way. Oh, wow. All right, there's a little weak point there. So that was meant to actually fold over. All right. So anyway, leaf springs, front and rears, drive shafts. 145. I'm not sure what that is. Some shock absorbers, some long ones and some short ones. I'm going to write down 145, guys, so I don't forget that one. Alright. Here we have the front grille, which is not chromed or painted, which is really nice. It gives you all kinds of options that way. And then a couple little pieces here. What the heck? I'm not recognizing some of these pieces at all. This looks like a radio for the dashboard. That would be really cool if that's what it is. 157, 179. I'm going to write them down too. I'm going all out on this one. Here's the engine block, 2 halves. Trim for the hood, I think. Another piece here. 59 and 60. Okay. Here's a cross member. Another engine cradle and the motor mounts there. Looks like a transmission pan there. Another cross member there. Muffler and exhaust pipe. And here is the dashboard. Alright, that's very nice. Hopefully there's some decals in there, or we'll do some fine painting on that. Here's a spare tire cover, front and back portions of that. Radiator fan shroud, engine heads, valve covers, some framing for maybe the front subframe. I don't know if it, I think it had full frame though, so I don't know what's up with that one. Here we have a lot of parts, a lot of high parts count on this one, guys. I love it. Definitely get your money's worth on this one. Here we have the firewall, decent looking, and this is the radiator core support and the radiator built in. This is the engine side. This is the behind the front grille side. All right, here are the wheels, very reminiscent of the Mobius wheels with the little bumps on them. That's interesting. Here's some engine parts. Suspension, steering, can you see that? Yep, sorry. Steering gearbox and steering column. Antenna, I believe that is. Water bottle for your windshield washer solvent. Bottle jack. Your blower and AC box. Fan, which is really kind of goofy looking. You would think with that design it would be wobbling like crazy. It's a 5-bladed fan with like an offset blade in there. That's funny. Headrest, I believe these are. Maybe not though. Part 92 and 120. Oh, these are armrests for the back passenger seat, just like the Bronco that I did a few months back. Carburetor right here. More frame suspension parts, exhaust manifolds. Those are nice looking. Windshield wipers that are actually white and not chromed. That's a really neat thing. One of the shifters. Here's the oil filler cap. Look at the detail on that. That's really nice, guys. Wow. going to be a little fiddly with the big fingers again, but we'll figure it out. Maybe a pair of tweezers will come in handy on that one. And here we have distributor cap, which looks like it's the HIE, high ignition electronics, high electronics ignition. Is that right? HEI. Battery, steering wheel, master cylinder, starter, oil pan, a horn, intake manifold, the console. I think this is, yeah, this is the bottom, I believe, and then the console lid, which is this piece, goes on top of there. Inner wheel wells, these are like brake drums, not wheel wells, inner wheels. Calipers for disc brakes, and then drums most likely for the back. That's pretty cool. The rear of the wheels. This would go this way. This is fan belt and pulleys. Here's the back of transmission transfer case here, it looks like. Brake booster. Some really nice parts on that one. Wow. Here's the frame, which is stuck in there. Two sides of the frame, which I didn't realize, though it's like a semi-truck. You're going to build the frame with the cross members. Very nice. Here's your inner door panels. Fuel tank. And then I'm not sure what this is. Maybe it's the cover that goes in the back seat. 126. We're going to write that one down too, folks. So far I've got 6 pieces to check out. Yep. Alrighty. Here we have the hood. Very nice. Bench seat for the rear passengers, and then 2 buckets for the front, because you'll have the console in between you. The backs of the front seats, the Y pipe and the catalytic converter for the exhaust. Air cleaner tube there. The back of the tailgate. Couldn't think of the name of that one, sorry. And here's your front and rear differentials. Very cool. That's it for white parts. And then we have some clear. Let's see here. We got a front windshield. This looks like a bubble top. Yep, there's a option to put police lights on it, so that's what that is. Front windshield, back window, side windows, and little vent windows, and miscellaneous headlights and marker light kind of things in there. Then we have the instructions. Oh, and I see the small decal sheet in there. Let's see what that is. Here's the decals. Hawkins Police Department. Oh good, they have some dashboard decals, so that'll make it easy. Chief, Blazer K5. I think these go around the wheels to give a little accent colors, show the depth. And it looks like it's all one circle, though. It's not 5 individual pieces, so that'll make it easier to apply that to the hubcaps. It's for, can you see? That is for this effect right here around the wheel, the little black dots, the spaces. So that's pretty cool. And then we have a little fold-up Egos box that you can put in there if you're snacking on Egos all day long. And some Chevy symbols, little details like that. Looks like heat and temperature controls for the dashboard. I couldn't think of that for nothing. And then a license plate. Alright. So that was pretty cool. And here's the instructions. It's a nice booklet. Wow. I'll go ahead and pick you up for that one. It's about 12 pages here. Well, even more. 24 pages. Wow. I'll go through this one quick, guys. This is obviously the cover. No info on the car itself. Just some yada yada. Note the enclosed safety advice. So be sure to read all of that. And the first page, if I could ever get it open. Here is something. I have no idea what any of that means. H2O and soap. Yeah. Okay. Here's some more stuff. Here's how to make a hole. All kinds of tips for you. It's pretty nice. You have to take the time and read it all. This is a parts layout. So 125 pieces, or is that the part number? No, that's the part number. Well, okay. And some more info on, I think this is for your paint. It's not in English, so I'm really not sure what it is. And clear gloss apparently is that one. I could read that. White gloss. That's funny. So the second, well, yeah, the second word down in like a blue is English. Clear gloss, white gloss. You go over here, beige silk matte. Okay, that's good. Then this one, Benodage Clarion. So I'm not sure what that means. And there's no English translation on here. That's too funny. Necessary colors is what I gather what that means, but okay. Anyway, here's the color chart for you guys to help you out if you want to build it like the box. You go ahead and build it however you prefer. And here we have some parts diagrams, which is nice. You know, usually they have that on the back of the box or on the bottom of the box, but they don't on this one. They put it in here, and that's fine. Tell you that these are clear parts. Okay. Yay! There we go. Page 10. We finally put in our first pieces together. There's your engine. Kind of neat that it's colorized. I kind of dig that. Get you like a gold color for your carburetor and the brown for the old school distributor cap. Yeah, I'm digging that. Alright. Putting that all together. Got 10 steps on these first two pages. That's 11 and 12. Alright, here's that. Putting the rear end together. Apparently you got to pay attention. This is one of the parts I couldn't figure out what it was. Part 145. And it has something to do with the rear suspension. I'm not sure what that part's called, but that's where it goes. Okay. Either the rear or the front. I'm not sure now that I say it like that, because this looks like the front one with the steering shocks and that. So I'm assuming this is the rear. Here's the brake stuff. Cool. Putting that on. You know what? That may be the front. Yeah, that's the front axle there, folks. So, alright. Here's the building of the frame. Very cool. There. There. Here. Putting your axles or your drive shafts in along with your axles. It goes under the exhaust. Apparently, you got to make sure you do that. Okay. Some more frame support parts that hook right onto the floor pan. That's cool. Back to the seats. Wow. Step 28 before we even touch the seats. That's something, eh? Yeah, okay, here's one of them items, number 157. It's part of the console. Okay, that's cool. And 179 is the front part of it. So there we go. We found 3 out of 6 so far. I'll have to go back in and see. Oh, look there. It shows a little a cowboy hat or something. I didn't see that in here. It was part 70. I must have missed it, guys. Sorry about that. Well, that's cool. Yep. Here's these. Coolness, yep. Those other parts were the armrests for the rear seats. That's cool. There they are in place, installed. Rear seat, rear thing. Boom, boom, boom. That. Okay, battery. Coolness. Looking for 126 and 127 and number 9. That's the ones I haven't figured out yet. Oh, there's some hinges in there. That's what those other parts were. Those are cool. The hood hinges. Some clear pieces. Sorry guys, camera timed out. Number 9 is the rear latch for the tailgate. So that mystery's figured out. 126 and 127 are the only pieces I haven't been able to figure out. 125 is part of the rear view mirror. Wow, there's a lot of steps in this one, folks. Okay, the part that I thought was like a dashboard or whatever, that's the actual light bar for the police bar, whatever you want to call it. That's the actual inner components. So that's 127. Now I need 126, and I'll let you guys get out of here. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I like it. So there we go. And then decal placement on the back. Now I'm going to go through real quick, guys, try to find 126 because it's got me puzzled too. I kind of rushed through it because this is such a large instruction manual. I'm very impressed with it. It's very nice. Let's see here. I actually wrote it down though. I'm proud of myself for that finally. I mean, it's not that big a deal. It's just I usually see things and I forget to mention them. Ready? The hat's pretty cool. I mean, you got to make sure you drill out your holes before you put your light bar on, so that's cool. I love when they tell you that. I hate when they don't tell you that. Alright, one more quick look. Nope, nothing here. Oh, there it is. There it is, guys. 126 is the back of the back seats. So there we go. Mystery solved, folks. I hope you all have a wonderful day. I thank you all for stopping by. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you're enjoying the content. And we'll catch you on the next one. Model Car Guy Rich out. Keep on modeling.